Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt that you were not a priority for others? Have you ever been in a moment where you did something truly valuable, had a great idea, or accomplished something important for someone, only for them not to even recognize what you did? If the answer is yes, you know how painful that can be. Sometimes, even when we give our best, put our best efforts into something, show our best side, and offer help, it seems that the other person doesn't notice, or worse, ignores what we've done. This is discouraging, and even more so when those people are part of our closest relationships, like family, friends, or a partner. Everyone likes to be recognized, but unfortunately that doesn't always happen the way we expect. The reality is that often, even when doing the right thing, trying to please and putting in our best intentions, people don't notice what we're doing or simply don't give us the recognition we deserve. That feeling of frustration for not being recognized is something many of us face, and often the impact is even greater when it involves people who are significant in our lives. So, what can we do when we find ourselves in this situation? The good news is that there are ways to start changing this reality. While it's a challenge to reverse this situation, there are steps you can take to begin being valued and recognized more by others. By applying certain strategies, you can increase the chances of becoming a priority in people's lives. However, it's important to remember that these changes won't happen overnight, so patience and persistence will be necessary. One of the first steps to becoming more valued is to understand that the main motivation of people is often related to the fear of losing something. Instead of giving everything you have with no reservations, try to make others feel that they could lose your company. This can be done subtly, starting with emotional distancing. Stop sharing all the details of your life, focus more on your own time, and occasionally engage with other people. This will create a sense of scarcity, which might make others realize how important you are to them. However, it's essential to be careful not to make this change so drastic that you end up pushing people away permanently. The goal here is to create a sense of loss, but without generating permanent distance. Another important point is learning not to be always available. This doesn't mean you have to disappear from people's lives or be inaccessible, but rather start showing that you have your own life and that your time is valuable. When you are always available, people may start to take you for granted as something that's always there to attend to them. If you begin to prioritize your own life, you're sending a clear message. Your time is valuable, and others need to recognize that. Over time, people will start noticing this shift and likely will make more effort to keep your presence. The idea is that by doing this, they will feel your absence and seek to keep you around. Another powerful tool is keeping some mystery about your life. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully know, to the unknown. In relationships, this can work to your advantage. Instead of revealing everything about yourself right away, share your experiences, thoughts, and feelings gradually, creating an air of mystery. This sparks curiosity, and the more a person feels that there's more to you, the more they will be interested. This sense of novelty can increase the value people place on your presence. Also, allow others to invest in you. People usually invest more in those they dedicate their time and energy to. If you want to be a priority in someone's life, let them invest in you. This can be done in simple ways, like accepting their help and letting them do things for you. Showing that your time and energy are valuable might make others realize that they need to put effort into spending time with you. Of course, it's important to balance this, as doing it too much might have the opposite effect, and people may feel overwhelmed or pressured. Also, never forget to prioritize your own needs. This doesn't mean being selfish, but rather understanding that you cannot keep sacrificing yourself for others' needs, especially when you notice that you're not being treated as you deserve. By taking care of yourself and placing your own priorities first, you're sending a powerful message. You value yourself, and no one should treat you with disregard. When you start giving yourself the proper importance, others are likely to notice and act in a similar way. Although we cannot control other people's actions and feelings, we can control how we feel about ourselves, and this is crucial for receiving the recognition we seek. Another point worth paying attention to is not putting others at the center of your life. People tend to be more interested in what they can't easily have. When you constantly place other people's needs before your own, you become something taken for granted, something always available. This can diminish your value in the eyes of others. By maintaining some emotional distance, instead of being so readily accessible, you make yourself appear more desirable. When you start caring more about your own life and aren't desperate for others' attention, you increase your value. Over time, people will begin to notice this and will make more of an effort to keep you close. Also, stop always initiating communication. If you're always the one to reach out to people, it might be time to take a step back. This might seem counterproductive because if you want to become a priority in someone's life, you shouldn't always be the one to initiate contact. The reality is that when you're constantly the initiator, the other person might begin to take this for granted and start valuing you less. The alternative is simple. Stop initiating contact and observe the result. If the other person truly cares, they'll make an effort to stay in touch. Finally, seek to create your own happiness. When you depend on others to be happy, you place your well-being in something you cannot control. By focusing on creating your own happiness, you become more emotionally balanced and secure, which makes you more attractive to others. People are drawn to those who are emotionally independent, those who feel good about themselves. This balance and security will make you more of a priority for others. Lastly, be willing to walk away when necessary. The idea of walking away from someone you care about can be frightening, but it's sometimes an essential step. By showing that you're not afraid to walk away, you're signaling that you won't settle for less than you deserve. The right person will naturally see you as a priority and will make an effort to keep you in their life. In summary, becoming a priority in the lives of others requires a delicate balance. It's not about manipulation, but rather about being true to yourself and applying certain strategies to improve how you are treated. By taking these actions and giving yourself the proper value, you'll create conditions for others to recognize your worth. However, the true key is understanding that you should always be the number one priority in your own life. When you prioritize yourself, others will naturally start to recognize and appreciate you the way you deserve.